Okay, Jigsaw, the IMAX experience. Yes, I actually paid to see this in the gigantic, slightly curved screen. This one actually works well with the overall Saw franchise. Again, you've got half of the film being very much the police procedural portion of it. Another half is dealing with 5 people. So again, multi-person trap. If you've seen the commercials, you have seen the initial bucket head driving you into a wall of buzzsaws. This one's all about they've done something. They need to confess to something that they've done. And like all of these, what happens to them is ironic given the way that they actually, hurt somebody. The police procedural part is interesting. Is it like watching a Heat or something like that? No. But it's interesting that they did half of the film is all built around going, is the Jigsaw killer? Can't be. He's been dead for like a decade. You sure? I mean, this is identical what he's done. No, he's dead. He is dead. Dead. But I will say, he does appear in this film. I won't get into too much. Again, it's a multi-person trap, which is good because it gives you a lot of different variety in what's going on. And it's bad because you really never develop any sort of empathy for the vast majority of characters until they get weeded down more and they actually hear what their stories are. The reveal at the end is definitely going to be polarizing. The actual climax of the whole movie, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it took enough elements from other Saw movies and wheeled them into something that at least made coherent sense. That being said, it will be polarized. That's all I'm going to say for the review. If you like the previous Saw films, with the exception of like Saw 3D, this one is actually pretty good. It works well within the mythos. That's all I'm going to say about Saw proper. So now I'm going to get into some spoilers. So as always, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Spoiler alert. Okay. When this first came out, it was, is this going to be a prequel, a sequel, a reboot, or a remake? What if I told you it kind of hits all 4? Why? Jigsaw does appear in this. But what he appears in, ready for this? Is a flashback sequence. The new person taking over John Kramer's work decided to perfectly redo a previous trap that he did. So the 5-person trap that you're watching does not match up with the bodies that are showing up in the morgue. Confused yet? He took the exact same 5 people and then put them through this. But the 5 people you're watching go through the trial, Jigsaw did that. John Kramer set those 5 people up. The copycat is the new killer who sets up all 5 people in identical traps. So that was pretty good. I was like, that's different. Because then it actually did... It felt like it was going to be Saw like 3 and 4, where they're happening concurrently. But instead, what you're watching is something that would have happened before the first Saw movie. Effectively. Because they mentioned like, oh, he used this trap for something before all this stuff happened. But then the new person effectively redid everything. So he knew enough about it to redo it all. How do you know this much about it? He was one of the first 5 people in there. He was the person where, as their chains are pulling them together, he wakes up too late and gets stuck facing backwards. That's why when you see him later in the film, he has all these weird cuts. Not from him being tortured, because he was in one of the Jigsaw traps. And then it shows him helping him build some of the iconic traps. So again, it shows that it wasn't just Amanda. It was Dr. Lawrence. It was his detective, was it Hoffman? It wasn't also Hoffman. It was this guy as well. So we had an awful lot of people helping him do these traps. From that standpoint, that's why I said it works as a reboot, because it's somebody who's not John Kramer, who was trained by John Kramer, counts as a remake, because what you watched is a previous Jigsaw trap being done by the new guy. It's supposed to take place before the first Saw film, making technically a prequel, and take place in the current time, was 10 years after Saw 3D. Technically, it checks off all 4 boxes. And overall, I was like, man, that's pretty solid. I liked it. That was good. I like the direction they went with it. They didn't try to go super over the top with it, which is great. And the nice thing is, these films are cheap to make. If they wanted to do more, they can do more. Maybe eventually they'll be able to actually cough up the money to have, or Cary Elwes might drop his pay rate enough to actually have him show up in another Saw film.